too.
How's it going, everybody? Dragon's Band of Merry Misfits here. Today I'm here with...
Eddie Weird, what is up, gang?
And I'm also with...
Dragon Awesome. Whoa, hold on. KadenDragon99.
How many balls have you been going down, my guy?
KadenDragon99. You know who it is. You know how that goes. You know.
So today's topic for our podcast is superheroes from the Marvel and DC universes, anime, as well as Dragon Ball Z, the whole Dragon Ball universe, and One Piece.
Don't forget the One Piece, man.
So, let's see. First off, we're going to talk about the Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
Good topic.
So, Kaden, start us off on what you think, your thoughts.
I'll almost probably say that I'm pretty stoked. I'm really stoked. I'm excited to see our two main maniacs clash together and attempt to work together. Even though we all know how both of them are, especially each other.
Mercs with mouths.
Mercs with mouths for sure. Yep, Eddie. For sure. And I just want to point out that it took a long time for us to get a good movie that's probably going to have a lot of laughter, enjoyment, a lot of comedic actions, and genre for sure.
What I'm excited for is the fact that we were talking about it earlier. Sabretooth is going to be in this. Wolverine and I'm guessing Deadpool are going to go head to head with them. It's not confirmed. It's supposedly supposed to be just Wolverine, but I would love to see them both combat against Sabretooth, because Sabretooth is a lot like Wolverine. He has a healing factor that's great. He has claws that can rip people apart, limb from limb. And we also talked about the cameos that could be possible. We would love to see Spider-Man, the OG Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, but we know that probably won't happen because of Secret Wars.
Oh wait, Secret Wars, what's that about?
Secret Wars is going to be a multiversal movie because of Kang the Conqueror.
Yep.
He's going to be the next big bad. They've referenced it in Loki. They've referenced it in the Guardians of the Galaxy. He is a multiversal villain. And
he's basically Thanos on steroids times 30 million.
Pretty much, yeah. So here's my main thing. There's various different variations of Kang. One of them is actually Mr. Fantastic's son. Which is touched up in the comics, but I'm not sure they're going to touch up on that in the movies. Speaking of which, we'll see a lot of heroes we have not seen in the MCU yet. We will be seeing the X-Men. We will be seeing the Fantastic Four. We will be seeing a lot of the heroes that have not yet made it to the MCU.
Wait, so this is going to be a movie, right?
This is going to be 1 to 2 parts, and it's going to be a huge movie.
Oh my god! Imagine how are you going to you got to think, how are you going to flesh out all of these characters
in a 2-part movie time?
Yeah, because look, I think the difference between
there's hundreds upon thousands of heroes, anti-heroes, anti-villains, and villains, and everything.
And keep in mind, the reason why Infinity Wars and Endgame were able to flesh out all these characters because of their previous movies.
Yes.
So, unless their plan is to like make movies after Secret Wars, which is kind of not the best idea, but
that, or they would take the movies that we currently have right now and see if they could probably branch off of that.
And use the ones from the different eras.
Exactly.
Now, what I think here is, and don't get me wrong, the Fantastic Four, I believe they're supposed to be getting a movie before this even happens. I'm not sure. But they actually have a cast. I don't know if you guys watch Stranger Things. I know you have.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Eddie Munson. He is supposed to be Johnny Storm, I believe.
What?
Oh, what?
Wait, no way.
I'm being serious. Yeah. And then Pedro Pascal. Everyone's going crazy about him. He's going to be Mr. Fantastic.
Yep.
And then I don't remember who Thing is supposed to be, or
Chris Pratt or Tom Holland, maybe.
Now, they said Chris Evans they might not even use the one from the new Fantastic Four movie. They could reuse Chris Evans because he was once the Human Torch.
Wait,
Yeah.
Wait, was the recent Fantastic Four movie banned Four Stick or something? Something like that?
Don't remember. I know he was different.
I know that Johnny Storm from a long time ago was Chris Evans.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And if he comes back now, he'll be older, but more mature.
And Chris
And
Evans...
he might even have better abilities now.
Now, here's the thing. People are saying that he cannot come back as Human Torch because he was Captain America. I say it doesn't matter if he
I
played
say the
two
hell with
different
that.
heroes.
Because to be honest with you, really anything is possible because of the multiverse.
Well, let's just hope Hollywood doesn't use that for a lot of reasons.
Now, big thing is all 3 Spider-Men are supposed to be in that film. Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire.
Oh, for real?
So, you're going to have Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield going against Tom Holland. Because the symbiote is going to play a big part in this movie.
Oh, wow.
They are specifically ripping this out of the comics because in Secret Wars in the comics, that's when Peter Parker first gets the symbiote.
Yes.
And, of course, Tobey Maguire had his symbiote. Andrew Garfield did not get the chance to do it yet. But from what I heard as well, since we're on the topic of Marvel in the MCU, the new Venom movie, this is going to be set back in Andrew Garfield's universe.
That is true.
So they say there's a high chance that we're going to see Venom versus Peter 3.
The Peters all 3. Spidey's all 3. The triple arachnids or something like that.
No.
Look, I'm trying to...
I mean, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man because they labeled them Peter 1, Peter 2, and Peter 3.
Yeah.
Peter 2 was Tobey Maguire's. Andrew Garfield's was Peter 3, which I think is unfair, but I'm not going to get into that. Just saying. Now, speaking of which, what else? What other movies coming out that I'm actually pumped about for the MCU?
Oh, wait, before we switch the subject, I just want to be sure. Spider-Man, the animated series in the 90s, actually made a Secret Wars type of arc. But obviously it wasn't as fleshed out as... Because it was just based around Spider-Man more than it was the rest of the
He
universe.
brings up a good point. Ladies and gentlemen, since they brought back X-Men 97, they said, and I don't want to quote anyone yet, we are supposed to get the Spider-Man animated series continuation that we have been waiting for since the end of the 90s.
Which, mind you, was the best Spider-Man animation ever.
Since since Spectacular though, but
That's before that anyway.
Yeah, that's before that anyway. So.
But my thing is, they've already referenced Peter Parker in X-Men 97 4 times. So, it's kind of confirmed at this point.
But it's only time will tell.
The only time will tell. Hey, just remember, it's the way the writers wrote it. If the fans were the writers, we'd have way too much to talk about.
Exactly. In other stuff on Marvel, we'll touch into the video games. Everyone's seen or played Marvel Spider-Man 1, 2. Those are 2 really great games.
Yes.
On their own, they make your swinging through the city. It's so fluid, and you can.
It almost reminds me of the old school PS2 Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
The amount of customizable costumes you were able to get in the first game was incredible.
Over 100 costumes.
100 costumes.
I love that. I love that to death because I love having variation.
Yeah.
And then next up we going back to the first topic of this, Wolverine. We're having a Wolverine game. For Christ's sake, I mean, Wolverine as a character is awesome already. So having him set in the Marvel Spider-Man universe is gonna be crazy. Especially because they said it's gonna be bloody, gory.
Ooh.
Of course it is. It's Wolverine. kind of me.
I mean,
to make sense.
It wouldn't make it wouldn't make any sense if like Wolverine doesn't get that kind of stuff. I mean, Deadpool would be that one exception because his personality and environmental stuff is kind of more of fantasy, hootenanny, all that.
And
sorts.
it is.
Well, it's not just that, but just Deadpool in general is just he's an anti-hero. That's what he genuinely is. He's an anti-hero, which means the bad people he don't mind, killing, but the good people he doesn't mind helping them, but he doesn't want to go too far out because he does enjoy doing what he does. I mean, he was an assassin, And
it is speculated that Deadpool will make an appearance in this game, which would make sense because of the new popularity of the movie.
Yeah.
Because this game's coming out later this next year.
I know I'm going to be getting the popcorn buckets. Are you guys going to be getting the popcorn buckets?
I sure am.
Next up, we're going to switch to the next topic of the video, which will be DC. Okay, Kaden, you touch up on your favorite hero and your...
I mean, to be honest with you, I know a lot of people might disagree, might agree, it might be 50-50, but I would probably say Barry Allen as the Flash. Now we're talking about my favorite form of Barry Allen. Okay, would be considered Flash, the episode series, the CW episode series. With Grant Gustin. Of course, Grant Gustin is the best Flash, in my opinion, is the best Flash out of him and Ezra Miller. To be honest, Ezra is just not built for the role. He just isn't.
There's someone who mentioned before that they said maybe they should get Tom Holland to play the Flash. When I thought about it at first, I was like, I don't know, I don't see it. But when you start proceeding to see it, you're like, okay, I do see it.
That's going to be a cold day in hell if that happens.
I can agree with that, only because Grant Gustin was already kind of confirmed that he wanted to come back, and him being part of James Gunn's new universe would just make sense to me.
It would. And he did. He played Barry Allen so well. Now, granted, I give it to you, the 8th season was pretty bad. Okay, it was pretty bad. But, then again, the 8th season was also rushed. So.
Now, for me, I'm going to go ahead and give my striking opinions here on my hero, which is, Caden knows this, even though he doesn't care for him much, Batman.
Which Batman? Because there's like 6
million.
So for all of the viewers, note that what's your favorite Batman of all of them? Obviously, your favorite Joker, of course, is Heath Ledger, but...
My favorite Batman is actually going to be Michael Keaton, first Batman in the newer Batman movies, which was the 89 movie with Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
He gave a really good performance.
He really did. Really did.
The Batsuit looked
phenomenal.
And it was so well put together, and my thing is, they were telling him, oh, you need to put boots. You need to wear boots. And he said, okay. He used a boot sleeve, and then I think he had Air Force Jordans painted black.
Hey, look, he wanted to be comfortable while being in the cowl, man.
I told you, bro. Yeah. So, now, animated-wise, I love Kevin Conroy.
May God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. And Mark Hamill. Mark
Hamill was so good.
One of the best Jokers in the anime.
One of the best.
His laugh is just iconic.
It is.
You can always tell what Joker is just based on his laughter. Now, I will say, what I'm disappointed about is they have not given Batman an authentic, good-looking TV series. Because they made Gotham, but the thing is, Gotham is...
more of a prequel to the Batman.
It's a prequel, and not all the villains make sense.
Yeah, the villains don't. A lot of the villains, such as the Joker, Clayface, and all those, they don't show up until Batman exists. Now, speaking of series, like I think Amazon is starting to make a Batman animated series.
I could probably watch it. I mean, it depends. They have to have a good voice actor for Batman.
Yep.
And second off, they better pull off a damn good Joker.
Yeah, and
Because
and
Mark
let's
Hamill-
not look. Jared Leto did a great job with Morbius. He did a great job. But when it comes to the Joker, it's just not his style. It just isn't.
It's not.
Honestly, it's a waste of time. You know, and a lot of people might disagree because he's more hip, more modernized. But to be honest, though, it's all about that old school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because the Joker was never really about money. He was always about craziness. That's
Just
what
causing
made
the most
Joker
chaos.
Joker.
And speaking of, like, since you talked about like old school stuff, that's what the Amazon is doing. They're making the gangster style ish like villains and all that sorts. And dude, if you've seen these character designs, they look pretty cool.
I will say one of the things I'm sad about, but I understand, Mark Hamill will not be returning as the Joker at all, ever again, because Kevin Conroy was his Batman. He has said it in countless times. He said, "Without my Batman, there is no punchline," and I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because that's one show I grew up watching, and the games, the Arkham games, were beautiful. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna say this, and if you have different opinions, that's fine. But the new Arkham game that's coming out, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not even gonna mess with it because it's strictly VR. I don't want to play a VR Batman Arkham game, especially when the fact is you should have ended it back with Arkham Knight. That's my main opinion, because you made Justice League or Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
Oh my god, we don't talk about that.
And you killed off the Arkham Batman in the worst possible way.
I just love how the creative way of killing the Justice League, where you got the Flash, where you kill him with a gun, and then you got Green Lantern, which
mind you
kill with
makes
the
no
gun.
sense because Barry's always phasing. He's running stupid fast. Like, what was it? It's like 5-10 times the speed of light. Like,
Yeah.
for a bullet to catch him at that point in time, not to mention he can also slow down time himself. Like, not only can he slow down time around him, but he can actually slow down time of the planet that he's currently on.
And but Batman. So here's the thing. Harley gives her a little banter and her little sob story, and then
Right.
just shoots him in the face. No ifs, ands, or buts. Just shoots him. I get he's a mere man, a mere mortal, but for
him to be dodging bullets for all these years, for him getting his back broken by Bane,
Oh my lord.
all the way up to getting just point blank range shot by a psychotic female is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I agree, and it's not even all just that. They ruined a great character because they show you the Arkham storyline in the museum in the game, and then it all just crumbles because everything Batman did at the end of Arkham Knight just kind of for nothing. He became a legend. They should have left him as a legend.
But instead, they just took him as a joke.
Yep.
Now, the mechanics for Batman in that game, I will say one thing. There's a reason at the end of the game you see this big Batman with red eyes and stuff in Arkham Knight. That's because he's using Scarecrow's scare toxin now to strike fear into the criminals. But that's the only thing I can take away from that. At all. But on an unrelated note, I don't want to talk about Superman. I'm not a fan of Superman.
I don't think really anybody really is. There's been too many superhero actors, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, there's been a whole lot of Batman actors, but like, think about it.
There's been literally...
There's coming very close to how many Superman towards Batman actors there has actually been.
Yeah. Well, honestly,
That's a lot.
Hey guys, I like Superman. So what does this mean?
Well, I'm just saying...
I mean, you suck.
Oh well, your Flash It sucks.
I'm not saying.
The 47 million people would disagree with you.
I'm just saying.
Well, listen here.
I don't hate him, but what I do hate is his weaknesses.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't actually hate Superman himself. What I hate is the fact that Homeboy can die by a rock.
Now, it is not just a rock. It is a special rock. It's a green rock.
It's still a green crystal that grows on their own
It's not just
planet.
that. You put him somewhere where there's no sun. It drains him of all his powers.
Not to mention he's weak. He's susceptible to magic.
I think that was what's that word? Like that was like not consistent with that, because I think there was like one comic book where he went to this dimension where there was no sun, and then he had that little spark of hope, and then he became like he's out that universe.
But that still just doesn't
Add up.
Now the magic thing. He brought up the magic thing. Anyone can just go hocus pocus, and he's gonna be like, oh. And it's like, why?
Like I said, it's
why?
inconsistent. It's inconsistent.
I mean, you know what's consistent? Omni-Man. That's what's consistent.
Well, yeah, that's.
I mean, Viltrumites in general.
Look, he's one singular character, while Superman.
Viltrumites in general are stronger than Kryptonians by like 4 times.
It is.
And that is a fact. That is a fact.
But,
Viltrumites are 4 times stronger than a Kryptonian.
Alright,
So, and let's see, a Viltrumite's weakness is high sound over 1,000 decibels and intense heat. So essentially, if Superman wanted to, he could take Omni-Man and throw him into the sun, call it a day.
Yeah.
Yes. Literally, Superman is powered by the sun, while the Viltrumites are like, no, that's the sun. I don't want to go there.
Yeah, that's too hot.
So,
hey, it's way too hot. You don't say.
Besides Superman, Batman,
that is a solar flare.
Flash.
Well, it will be in a minute.
There's not much I want to touch on DC, because the only things I like from that is Flash, Batman, and
I mean, yeah, but you also got Darkseid. You also got
He literally gets
Green Lantern. You know what I'm saying? We got others there. Miss Marvel.
Yeah, but
Dr. Fate.
Green Lantern just pisses me off too.
I mean, yeah, that is. I mean, he
He's
is very weak.
Yellow.
Yeah, he is weak to the color yellow.
Man,
You just gotta wear a yellow T-shirt and walk up to him. He's like, ah!
do something, bro. Do something. You can't. I'm yellow, bro.
You can't. I'm yellow, bruh. I don't even have a ring, and you're still scared.
Okay. Next up, we'll just go on to the topic of anime. You guys, we've all watched a lot of anime. I know our viewers have watched a lot of anime. Dave, you give off some animes that you like and give us some feedback.
I'm an OG here, so be expecting a lot of like older animes. No, not Bleach.
No, I said niche. Like
niche.
animes.
Well, yeah, niche. There's like Parasite, OnePiece, Attack on Titan.
Okay, I just want to throw this out there. Parasite's not really a niche.
Well, it's not talked about though as much as you think.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
That's what niche means. If it's not really talked about much, but he brought up One Piece. One Piece is one of the most talked about animes. That one's not niche.
Most talked about, but people hate on it so much.
Well, then again,
it is 1,300 episodes.
It's popular, and so obviously I'm surprised it doesn't get any. It would not get any hate.
So okay. Other than that, give me an anime that you just genuinely don't like.
Oh, where do I begin?
It could be one, two, just.
Look, I'm gonna have. This is like a really hot take, but I cannot stand My Hero Academia. That's right, folks.
You know what?
I
second that. I completely agree with that entirely.
I can kind of disagree, but agree.
I feel like My Hero is just too.
Generic.
It's too overly rated, in my opinion.
Well,
it's given so much hope, but really it's not even worth that.
Like, look, it's not even aside from the fandom. When you look at the story itself, you're just like, where have I seen this before? They're basically copying and pasting a lot of things, and their characters are not that interesting as you might think. And when they are, you're gonna have to wait a very long time.
Well, for me, it's there's only two really important characters that are cool to me, and that's All Might or Deku,
Yeah.
because they have All for One, and that's one of the most powerful fucking powers to
Quirks.
have, perks to have.
Quirks.
My bad. But
I like when they use
like I said, I either like it or don't like it, but I don't hate it. Give another one.
I wouldn't say I hate it, but I definitely disagree with it for sure.
like, well, there's also Seven Deadly Sins, but I know you like that a lot. I know you guys like that, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go on a rant about it. Yeah, I know. I got two people who like Seven Deadly
I
Sins.
was
right
about
next
to
me,
say,
so
hold the phone.
I have many reasons. Look, I have many reasons
Hold the
to
phone.
hate it,
Yes,
but,
I
you know,
get
I'm
it,
not-
but you do gotta admit, everybody in the Seven Deadly Sins is OP as fuck. I just want to throw that
They're
out there.
way too OP, in fact.
They're way too OP, but it's OP versus OP, so it makes sense.
But
And the story mode's great too.
The story.
Until you
is-
get to about season 3, then it starts
no,
kinda
like I
going
literally got
downhill.
to episode 3. I'm like, dude, I don't get it. Like I
You
don't
mean
want
season?
this. No, episode 3. Like I literally went through episode 3 and I was like, oh my god, this stinks. I don't want this.
You had to get past that. Obviously.
Yeah, I'm not. I if I couldn't get past episode 3, I'm not gonna get past any other episodes.
Well, it gets better towards once you get
Yeah,
past.
exactly. It
episode
gets better, and
6,
I'm like,
7.
I don't want to.
I mean, that's just like One Piece. How many people do you think actually started One Piece and actually stopped on episode 2 and just said, you know what, I'm done with this anime? Or how many people do you think, you know what, let me give it a shot. Let me go and skip one season and see where it lifts off at. And then you start that second season, you're like, oh damn, it actually got pretty good.
So okay.
Well,
Go ahead.
Okay, so what they're doing is that, well, technically, for those you people who get upset saying that, oh, One
You
Piece is
people.
too long,
You
well, people who think One Piece is too long.
That is
Those
true.
people.
There's a lot of animes
Well,
that are very long.
folks? Guess what, folks? They are trying to condense that, like Dragon Ball, Kai, like is that Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Kai. They're getting rid of all that filler,
Yeah.
and they're going to condense it as much as they can. So,
If they can, yeah.
yeah, if they can, but they will. So, and not to mention the live action film and some of the movies.
And the live action actually isn't horrible. I've
It's-
watched it. It's not terrible.
It's one of like the ones where I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10.
I'll give it probably about a 5.5 out of 10.
I thought you liked it.
It was alright, but it was kind of like underplayed.
Yeah, there's like you wish there was like a little more.
Yes.
I get that,
Facts,
yeah.
facts.
And
That's
not
why
to
I get about a 5. I lie. I get it about a 6 out of 10.
And just because an author select these casted characters,
Okay.
it doesn't give an excuse to not.
Out of any live action anime, TV show, or movie, I give it an 8.5 out of 10 because it kind of did almost everything right.
That
You
is,
know,
that is true.
yeah.
That is true.
Because you have.
I mean, yeah, think about it. It is like 10 times better than Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh.
I was about to say, you have a
Because
garbage
Dragon Ball
fire.
Evolution is like a negative 5 out of 10.
That's a garbage fire waiting to happen. But anyway, so Dave, thank you for your input. King Dragon, give us your favorite animes and your least favorite.
I'd probably say my favorite for sure would be DB, all the way up to DB Super. Yes, that does include DB GT. Yes, a lot of people might think, oh, GT is just, not funded by Akira Toriyama. It's not a part of the canon line. Well, guess what? It is canon now, so get over it. Not to
It's just a
mention,
different
it's a
timeline.
really good transformation. And if
It
you
does.
actually pay attention to the GT timeline and the storyline, you'll actually begin to actually appreciate it a little bit more. Now, mind you, it doesn't match up to the other rest of the DB itself,
Well, maybe they just.
but that's also a different timeline as well.
That's what I'm saying. It's a different timeline, so you
So
can't
it's like,
judge
I mean,
it.
that's just like saying that I like DBZ, but I don't like the Trunks saga. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Even
a
though
part
even
of
though
the
it's a
main
different type of main line. You know what I'm
But
saying?
guys, they could just make a multiverse reason. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
All they
So I mean, that's all we have to do to really make it out.
No. This is
But
part of the
I'd probably say like DB up to DB Super, including GT. I'd probably say would be my favorite anime out of everything. My second favorite anime, if I'm being honest, would be Seven Deadly Sins. Third would definitely be Demon Slayer, and then fourth would have to take Jujutsu Kaisen.
I need to get into that one.
And that's mainly because of the simple fact that I think that Demon Slayer has a lot of development that it could create, and it has a lot of opportunity for it to be in the animation community. because a lot of people love Demon Slayer. They just do, you know? I mean, who wouldn't like to see, you know, major wind breathing or a type of breathing technique that increases your speed, stamina, and skill coming to a sword
Look.
to take out demons that have been, you know, scaring everybody?
All I'm saying
course.
is that things could have been solved with a gun.
I mean, yes, but then it wouldn't be...
Breathing technique,
But then-
double pump.
But then it wouldn't be taking place at a Japanese samurai style setting of era. It'd be more like Tokyo now. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like a Tokyo Ghoul at that point. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like... And then I would probably say JJK after that because, you know, you got somebody that comes out of nowhere with nothing. Like, literally, like... Itadori literally has nothing at all besides superhuman strength and superhuman speed. And then now he's like one of the biggest like main characters of all. Besides, of course, Gojo, of course. But then again, Gojo is also, in my opinion, Gojo's good and his power of infinity is great. But I'm sorry to say this and people might hate me, but I know, you know, I've watched it, I love it and everything, but I will say Gojo is too OP. He is too OP for the character that he is playing to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, we get it. He's supposed to balance out. He's supposed to be the light to balance out the light and the dark because Sukuna is a dark, Gojo's a light, and he's supposed to kind of balance that out. But Gojo's kind of OP because if his infinity is really that great, then wouldn't that mean he would never die? Like, it would make sense. But, of course, you know, kind of hard to say at this point in time. And some people might disagree because, you know, everybody has their own opinions and stuff. But in my point of view, I feel like JJK is just one of those ones that just like it takes getting used to really get to actually enjoy the anime. Now my least favorite, I would probably say would be, now I'm probably gonna get some hate for it, but well, I wouldn't say it's my least favorite. Probably like my third least favorite would be Attack on Titan.
Hold me down, Dragon. I'm about to get this full.
My second least favorite anime, if I'm being completely honest, My Hero, of course.
Okay.
And then my least favorite out of all of them, my least favorite, and I'm saying this because I just don't like the setting. Like, there's nothing else to get better at. Now I'm just gonna say it out. One Punch Man. Because One Punch Man only gives you so much.
I can
It's too overrated for it to be a fairly good anime.
Well, just to have an overpowered hero and
that literally destroys everybody in one punch. Literally, the name of the anime is literally his basic power. Like, you could have just took a character, said, and all it takes is, you know, one kick, and he just can obliterate the entire multiverse. Like, and then the end.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's basically it.
So, now that I asked you to that, I'll give mine. My top 3 favorite animes would be Dragon Ball, all of Dragon Ball.
Wait, what? For real? It's Dragon Ball?
You're hilarious, Eddie. Secondly, I would have to say, and not a lot of people agree with this, a lot of people actually don't like this anime, and that's Death Note.
Oh, yes.
Because the first season, really good.
Again, too overrated.
Too overrated, but the first season...
way too OP.
Way too OP. The first season's really good. That's where people enjoy it. It gets good. Then you get to season 2, it kind of goes downhill. Now, I do love the ending. Light Yagami getting found out, and then him getting killed by Ryuk.
Yep.
Because he had no way out. That was it. And Ryuk told him, when the time comes, I will write your name in my death note.
Yeah.
So, that's my second one. And my third one would have to be One Piece. Because, come on, Monkey D. Luffy. One of the greatest protagonists in anime history.
Facts. Definitely top 5.
Yes. Now my least favorites. I like I said, I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
Careful, man. Choose
My
your words
hero.
carefully.
My Hero.
Yeah.
Second, One Punch Man. And then third and last, gotta be honest. You know what? I'll stick to two because, really and honestly, I'm not against a lot of anime. I'm a guy that will watch pretty much anything.
I mean, yeah, but there's got to be a third anime. I mean, let's be honest. We can all name 6-7 animes that we just don't like.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like that
JoJo's.
that like we've
JoJo's Bizarre
okay,
Adventure.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I completely agree with you.
I hate
Completely.
both of you equally. I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
I mean, let's just be honest.
The
A
dog-
man that doesn't fight, but his spirit fights for him. Sorry.
What do you mean, sorry? It's literally like one of the best parts.
I mean, yeah, but that's basically like telling a butler, "Hey, handle this for me." So
But
I don't
that
get my
stand-
hands
but-
dirty because I don't
but-
feel like it.
But that stand is literally them.
I
Like
mean,
if they
yes.
get look, if they get injured, if the stand gets injured, so does the user. Ever like did you not understand like the JoJo
No, I
lore?
completely understand that.
Oh, you did.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, I've watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure quite a few times. I'm not saying I only watched it one time. That's it. I've watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure quite a few times, just like I've watched Sword Art Online, which by far is one of the worst animes of all time. I'm sorry, but it just is.
Yeah, I never.
It's almost as bad as Tokyo Ghoul.
I haven't
like,
watched. Sword
That's
Art
how bad that is. Like Sailor Moon was better than Sword Art Online. And that's
yeah,
saying
well,
something.
literally, I think.
And that is saying something.
That's not much. That's not much really saying because Sailor Moon is I haven't watched it, so I can't really say much. But that's what it's supposed to be, and whatnot. But anyway, but I don't understand about the JoJo hate. Like, come on, man. Like, there's got to be something.
I just didn't know. I just really didn't enjoy it. I watched kind of like how you were with Seven Deadly Sins. After I got to the second, third episode, it wasn't for me. And most animes just aren't for some people.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, is there any animes that you are looking forward to or thinking about watching at the current moment?
Ooh, I don't know. Honestly, I haven't been keeping up on a lot of animes, so.
Now, if you like comedy, I have a suggestion.
All right.
It's a comedic one, and it's kind of one of those. Don't judge me. It's like a 2-person harem. It's 2 females and a man. It's called Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh, Rent a Girlfriend. What's that about? Wait, what's the Rent a Girlfriend about?
So there's this guy that literally downloads an app and rents what it's named, Rent a Girlfriend. And they go on a date one night, and then they kind of have this thing where, like, you're stalking me, no, you're stalking me. And it's this love triangle that goes throughout the whole series.
Wow, that sounds terrible.
Anyway, so there's that. I love that anime, and then there's also, oh no, I forgot the name of it. It's not Seven Deadly Sins, but it is a form of that show.
Black Clover, I think?
No. It's is it the Deadly Seven or something like that? It's different. It's all females and then one magician. And literally his only power is, anytime he uses his powers, all of the Seven Deadly Sins females, their clothes just conburst.
Oh my god.
Every time. It's hilarious. And they're all in love with him. Every last one.
Because why not?
Of course. We'll wait for KadenDragon99 to get back so we can touch up on the next topic. So we're going to go for a small intermission. So we'll see you guys in just a minute.
Ready?
All right, we're back from intermission, guys, and we are hopping to the next topic.
What would that topic be, Dragon?
That would be Dragon Ball in general, from Dragon Ball to Z to GT to Super.
Oh.
Now, first off, I want
Why
to.
that sound sarcastic, Eddie?
I'm a sarcastic guy. Cut me some slack here.
I want to start this off by saying rest in peace to Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball.
God rest his soul.
And I also just want to point out, just for all the viewers to know, this man died on my birthday.
Terrible, tragic.
Yeah. One of the biggest freaking Dragon Ball fans in history, and he dies on his birthday. That's a great freaking thing.
He was working very hard to finish up the latest manga pages because he was working tirelessly to get stuff done, and he died of a brain bleed from work.
Yep, aneurysm.
But I will say And we're back from intermission again, guys. Sorry about that. So, Eddie brought up a good, valid point.
What was the point again?
When Akira Toriyama died, the whole cartel
Damn it.
and everything had ceased fire because of Akira Toriyama's passing, because they are diehard
Oh yeah.
Dragon Ball
oh
fans.
yeah.
They're
Oh,
the
yeah.
biggest.
Not to mention, I just want to point this out. This is how cool, God rest his soul, Akira Toriyama, the GOAT, the anime god, the simple fact that literally Dragon Ball Z is literally played, so everybody knows the iconic time when Goku turned into a Super Saiyan for the first time.
Yeah.
So, well, that whole episode, okay, is in literal gyms in Russia, Germany, and Mexico. So when people are working out, they're literally working out, and once Goku starts going Super Saiyan, they all put their weights down and walk up to the screen to watch him become the best Saiyan in the world. So that just goes to show you how much people love Akira's work. For the simple fact that it'll play in a public area that people are literally honoring every single time it plays. It's phenomenal.
I agree. So, besides that, we're going to touch up onto the topic of Akira Toriyama's last work as anime director, which is Dragon Ball Daima. Everyone is already dissing it, but they have not given it a chance yet. It's not came out, and it's Akira Toriyama's last bit of work. I get that they're turning into kids again. I get that, people think it's going to be rushed out and no one's going to understand a thing. But they have new villains. And apparently there's a new Namekian that's supposed to be either the one from the manga, the one they just introduced during the Gas arc, or it's a new one that's a god. The one that created the Super Dragon Balls, perhaps.
I forgot what his name is. I just saw him.
You can look it up. We have time. And before we get into the next topic, about this anime though, apparently they're not going to have their power ups. So Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and Piccolo aren't going to be as powerful as they are as adults.
Oh wait, will we still get the Super Saiyan stuff?
We may.
Okay.
They're supposed to kind of progress through the story. The highest they'll be able to achieve possibly is Super Saiyan Blue by the end of it, but this isn't up to Super. Like, you know what I mean? This
Zalama,
the Namekian god.
Yep, that is actually stronger than Grand Zeno himself.
So, what I'm saying is, not saying that it's not based with Super. I'm saying that it doesn't match up with that timeline. Or maybe it comes in between something. We don't know. But so the next part of this topic for Dragon Ball is the newest game that's coming out.
Oh, here it comes. Drum roll, please.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
That game.
Which everyone is excited about because this game is a sequel to a game that has not come out, or that came out 17 years ago.
Yep.
I played it.
Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi.
Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Whatever. You get the point.
Which in Japan it was Sparking, or Sparking Neo.
Yep.
Sparking Meter.
Sparkling Zero.
So the reason they're calling
Sparking
it
Zero in English.
the reason they're calling it Sparking Zero now is it's a matchup of both, names, because they want it to be a reboot. This is going to be a complete reboot of the Budokai games, so we could see more games.
Kazutai.
So here's the thing that I'm going to name off some stuff that might excite you guys. For one, for the story mode, it's not going to be a cut flesh story mode. Instead of having just one straight line of the timeline, they have what if stories.
Oh, so yeah, like a lot of these games have been doing the what if stories for a little bit. So I think hopefully Dragon Ball will be able to do that like good, like very well.
Well, for this one, they showed it in the recent trailers. When you get to the Saiyan Saga at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, they give you an option: go with Piccolo or go with Krillin to fight Raditz.
Well, they won't that one exactly end well either way.
Not, yeah, no, but the cool thing is, you get to about the Vegeta part of the Saiyan Saga, Krillin dies instead of living on to go to the Frieza Saga. And the thing that sucks is, or the thing that's cool is, Goku goes Super Saiyan in the Saiyan Saga against Vegeta. Think about how crazy that battle would be and how fast it would end.
Like it would be done like in an instant. Like especially because keep in mind that's what awakened Goku's like Super Saiyan abilities. The moment that he saw Krillin die, yeah.
Well, remember, but also remember what Vegeta was trying to tell Kaba. It's anger is to what starts the Super Saiyan 1 transformation in general. It's the tingling sensation and below the back.
Yep. So there's other things about this game that are great. They give you a actual story builder mode.
Oh.
So you can make your own fleshed out story. You start the cutscenes, you get to the battle, and then you make a finale for it. So you can make your own little stories. They're bringing back a feature in this game that has not been seen. Well, it's been seen in Xenoverse and whatnot, but they.
Oh, Hercules Satan is going to be in this game, right?
Yes, Mr. Satan is going to be in this game. But they're giving you the customization. So they're going to give you different outfits for Goku, Vegeta, all of them. And from what they said is they're going to have a specific skill set for each outfit. So kind of like Xenoverse. But I think you're also able to customize the movesets. So you can give Goku mid, which is the Frieza Saga. You can give him, I don't know, Dragon Fist or something. You can give him whatever.
Oh. So
And
it's like custom skins or something like that.
yeah, I mean, so what I'm getting at is it also enhances your stats. From what I'm hearing, I'm not sure yet. I've only seen bits and pieces. But
Well, the game's not out yet.
the
So
game's not out yet.
It does make sense.
It comes out October, I believe, 10th or 12th. So, you guys, if you want to pre-order this game, I'd go ahead and do it now while you have the chance. And if you want the Ultimate Edition, it gives you all the DLC, and you get to summon Super Shenron at the beginning of the game.
Yep.
Base game. And the DLC exclusives are Gogeta, Super Saiyan Gogeta, and Gogeta Blue. And then you have all three versions of Broly. So then after that, they have one more secret DLC character they have not revealed. People are speculating that it's either Cell Max or Gohan Beast.
Or better, Hercules Satan, as rightfully so. I'm sorry, I'm a big Hercule fan.
Or it could also be Piccolo in his final form.
Oh yeah, the Orange Piccolo.
Yep.
They already have Gamma 1 and 2 in the game, which is odd.
Well,
So-
they are androids.
They are androids. So the base roster is 162 characters, I believe. That includes transformations. The transformations are their
And
own
so
slots.
essentially you only have roughly about 60 actual characters.
But think about it, since this is now a new age game, they're gonna have DLC
Yeah, of course.
for the foreseeable future.
I mean, if we think about it, I mean, even Xenoverse 2 still has DLC. Their last one just came out, I think,
A few weeks ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago. And then right before that was Gohan Beast.
So, what I'm saying is, they're gonna have plenty more characters to come. So don't expect it to just be, oh, this is it.
Yeah, so it's not going to be like the game Kakarot. Like it's not. It's not going to be like that.
It's not a cut and dry game.
There's more.
But wait, there is more. They are bringing back couch co-op.
Yep.
So you can now be in the same room as somebody and play split screen.
Well,
sure
now you
can.
can fight on screen and in real life if you must.
That's probably going to happen. Yep. For all you Dragon Ball lovers out there, get ready. If I was y'all, I'd grab some gloves and stick them next to y'all because it's going to get pretty heated. They got beam clashes and everything.
Oh, and they brought back World Destruction. So you don't even have to just do a beam struggle or hit someone with a special attack that's like the Spirit Bomb or something. You can miss them, hit the stage, and everything just gets
Obliterated,
and you're in the ruined map.
My God.
Which is
right?
Which is great. I like the fact that they went back.
I
to
love
that.
the destroying the terrain kind of mechanics. It goes to show that these people, that a lot of people who created the game put a lot of love and effort into it.
Well, I mean, you gotta think about it though, because in the actual anime itself, you know, they destroyed.
You would
crap.
expect that, like,
You know,
at
you
least-
would kind of expect that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Like,
you don't want to sit there and have a death ball just smoke the stage and nothing happen.
From
Like
what-
that's boring.
From what I saw from a trailer, you once you get everyone out of the World Martial Arts Tournament stage, the announcer yells into the mic and everyone just storms out of the fucking stage. So after that, you can literally just blow up the stage piece by piece until there's nothing left.
And that's all honestly a lot. That's honestly very interesting.
It is, but that also goes to show you that they put a lot of time, money, and effort into it.
I mean, it's 17 years in the making. You gotta think they've had plenty of time to think this out.
They also had plenty of games to learn from.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, I will say I will be getting the game day one.
I will, me as well.
And I'll be getting it once it's 30% off. One day.
Because now, you see, these two, I'm sure he's going to get it on PC because I'll have it on PC that we can play it online. Dave has a PS5. So,
I live in the Stone Age.
so here's the thing. The only way me and him would be able to play together is if, A, he came to visit me when I move, and he brings his PS5, or we just use my PC. That's just how it's going to have to work.
I might end up getting it on both the PC and the PlayStation 5.
So either way,
Okay, no one likes braggers here.
Well, maybe if you get with the pro program, Eddie, we'll be alright.
Now, listen here, just because I don't have a PC, that doesn't mean I'm not awesome.
Hey, I'm not saying that. You know, I don't have a PC of my own. You know, I really don't. I literally have a 18, 19-year-old computer laptop that can
Can't
barely
run.
even run Chrome,
Oh my God.
let alone runs a $70 game.
hell, guys, my PC I'm running right now to do this stream, it's not the best. It shits on me every chance it gets.
I think the Black Plague still might be in there.
To be fair,
That's how old it is.
now I will say I'm going to get the collector's edition, which is the most expensive pack. But
That's like $100.
200 something.
$200.
Oh man.
It comes with a steelbook for the game.
Oh.
It comes with a figure set of Broly in his Berserk mode and Ultra Instinct Goku.
Wait. Okay, how big are these?
If only they could also stuck Ultra Ego in there too.
That would have been cool. It's big enough to like. I don't know the exact dimensions. I didn't see it on there, but it's gonna take up a good part of your shelf. Put it on a shelf.
Wow. Okay, maybe the $200 might be worth it.
You also get metal bookmarks. You get trading cards for the Dragon Ball trading cards, and all the DLC. Every single thing, all the season pass, everything. So in a way, I believe that it's kind of worth it, in my opinion. I would pay it. Not a lot of people would, because not a lot of people need all that.
Yeah.
But now the Ultimate Edition is $109. That's just for the DLC and everything.
Yeah.
But
It's $109.32.
Whoa.
can't forget about that 32 cents,
Yeah,
guys.
32 cents is the most important part.
So next up, I'm gonna hand this over to Kaden and Eddie. You guys can start on the
And
One
then-
Piece. I have
and
to
then
take a break to
the-
go run to the restroom.
And then the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Premium Collector's Edition is a total of pre-order $229.99.
200.
That comes with the game, DLCs, and the 2 collector's editions on Mountain Box.
Show Eddie so he can take a look real quick.
Yeah, I'm curious. I want to look at that. Oh, damn. Wow.
So anyway, we're gonna move on to the One Piece section. Like I said, I have to run to the restroom, so these guys will take it away. I will be back in just a few minutes.
All right, let me sit on the chair of epicness.
But you're not epic.
Hey, shut up. So, how about the One Piece? Let's make theories on what it could possibly be.
Yeah, let's make theories on what One Piece even is.
Okay. First off, for those of you folks who don't know, a lot of people would assume that they're going to think, oh, the One Piece is the friends we made along the way. Oh, no. What we've heard from this thing is that the One Piece is an actual object. But
Yes,
if
it
you're
is.
wondering,
Yes, it
what
is.
could it be? I heavily doubt it's treasure.
Nope, it's definitely not.
There's no way that thing can be treasure. I've seen, like, if you watched all the movies, and the shows, you could tell that all that gold that they obtain, that's literally just pocket change.
Yep. And I will say though, there are a spoiler, but I don't really care because One Piece has been out for quite a while.
Yeah.
So I will say that Monkey D. Luffy does find the One Piece, and he shatters it to 1,000 pieces.
All right,
So,
you out of my chair.
It is a materialistic thing. It is, and it is worth a whole lot. But see, here's the thing. The thing is, the reason why Luffy did what he did with it is because throughout the time that they had sailed and all the trouble that they went through just to find this piece of epicness that really wasn't that epic, kind of made him mad. So he kind of became the king of the pirates, and kind of made up his own thing.
So, let's make theories. What could it possibly be for, not only for Luffy to get angry and shatter it to 1,000 pieces, but enough to where people get mad and so insane and incredibly mad about it that they will have to go through, like, the Grand Line, the Red Sea, and all that stuff to go find it.
Yeah, they literally have to go through all 7 CC lords. They have to go through different countries. They have to go against other pirates.
The world government.
The world government, the Marines. They got to go up against a lot of them. So what makes it so special to why it would drive people insane to find?
Now, let's make a theory about it. So, my best guess is that it's either a very powerful weapon, or if some of you people who haven't watched the anime or the manga, there's this big old giant, what I assume has to be an egg. I'm guessing that egg that Goldie Roger had was the One Piece. Has to be like that unlocks a very giant creature. It might be a very powerful creature that Luffy did not want to take care of.
It could be destruction. As Eddie said, it could be a weapon. It could be something that could destroy the whole world. If it got obviously put in the wrong hands, that's probably why Luffy smashed it into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Like, have you seen, like, a lot of these main antagonists are technically, like, the world government, the Marines, Blackbeard, and all that sorts. So, yeah, I think that would be a good, like, idea of how it could be. Like, honestly,
The Marines are trying to stop somebody from finding the One Piece. Others are trying to destroy everybody else to get to the One Piece. So it's got to be something epic. There's no way that it's just regular treasure that
Or-
just doesn't really matter that much. There's got to be a basic reason for why people are trying so hard to find it.
And not to mention, a lot of the Straw Hat crew, they still need to complete their dreams.
Yes.
Like in
yes,
mine, because this is
yes.
not just about Luffy. This is about like everybody.
Yeah, which Luffy makes that very clear in every single episode of every single season. That's right, folks. All 1,000, I think 342 episodes.
I think that's 1,300 chapters. I think it's.
Yeah, it was 1,300 chapters. I'm sorry.
But it's like 1,000. I think they're on episode 1,052. I could be wrong.
Yeah. So, I mean, essentially, you know, they still have to receive their dreams and stuff like that, which Luffy made it very clear that they have to, every single crew of the Straw Hat has to reach their dream.
And I wonder, like, keep in mind, once they recruited all 10 members, Luffy, like, pretty much what happens is that.
Intermission real quick, guys. And we're back, guys.
I want you to keep in mind, folks, is that after 1,000 episodes, Monkey D. Luffy and the whole Straw Hat crew are finally ready to search for the One Piece.
Yes.
Yeah. The whole
After they've all reached their dreams, then they finally do it. They do it.
Well, they actually. I don't think they all have achieved their dreams yet.
I don't think they all have. I
But-
think it's like the majority rules. I think Luffy's the one that has his dream for the last one, because you know it's kind of hard to be the king of the pirates when there's like over 1,000 pirates crews.
Now, I will say this: there has to be like one massive war that's going to be happening soon, like in the One Piece, because what good is an anime without a giant war? As an action anime, especially, it was like the Marines and the Marines and the pirates. So, be expecting that. Like something big is going to happen around that time. So,
Okay. So I let these guys talk about One Piece because I'm not fully caught up. I'm literally on episode about 751.
oh dude,
So I'm.
He still has ways.
But
he's halfway there, I think.
He's halfway there,
guys, I usually keep my podcast about an hour 30, but tonight we have another person that's coming back in a little bit, and we want to be able to hang out with him when he comes back. So we're gonna do this closing off, but I will say this: I want you guys to go ahead and subscribe to KadenDragon99. You don't have a YouTube, do you?
Well, technically I do, but I just don't use it as much as I used to. It's Eddie Weird.
So look him up, subscribe to him.
Yeah, by now, KadenDragon99, it's mainly Kratos God of War walkthroughs, so don't judge.
But that being said, I'm going to be uploading on my DragonAwesome222 account again. I haven't in a long while because I've been dealing with a lot, which life updates will come up pretty soon. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to be doing the Budokai games, Budokai Tenkaichi 1, 2, and 3. I will play through the whole story on all three of them. And I want to do more videos with Eddie and Kaden. So what I'm going to do is, after I beat the games and get all the characters unlocked, we'll try to do some matchups in Budokai Tenkaichi.
I don't mean to brag or anything, but I think I can allow a decent amount of time before I lose.
We'll see.
Last 5 hits.
I'll last about 6 hits. You know what? I'll
Well-
one up you on that.
Well, I'm gonna give them the chance to go through training modes before we even get videos out. But also, whenever Sparking Zero comes out, we will all.
That's
three...
gonna be very exciting because
Oh
we're
my
all gonna be trying the best we can to learn everything about
I'm
it.
actually excited about this, honestly.
Oh, and
A lot of people are.
Before I
The
end
whole
this-
Dragon Ball fan base is excited about it.
Before I end this, I also want to tell these guys. So, if we play the Budokai Tenkaichi games, the first 3, get ready because if you play those, you'll be able to play Sparking Zero because they have the classic control scheme and then they have the modern. So if we click classic, it's like we're just playing the Budokai Tenkaichi games. So your information will hold up. So that being said, when Sparking Zero comes out, I'll have these 2 with me so we can duke it out, duel. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching our podcast. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment.
So check out the Dragon Shop that doesn't even exist, but you should go buy the merch anyway.
Actually, I do have some merch that is available. I will link it in the description.
Link in bio.
link in the bio. That in my channel description. So you go to the description, you click down on my links, and it'll be there.
So how much is that merch, my guy?
So for a T-shirt, it's about $23. But
Oh.
This is not going to me. That's going to go to a corporate entity because I do not have someone that can make the shirts yet. So it won't go to me, but I want you guys to have it. That way you can be a part of the channel. And if anything, I can also make designs for my 2 friends here, so they can also have merch up as well.
Oh, cool. I would love to have an Eddie Weird shirt of my own.
And KadenDragon99, I usually make stuff for him for his channel, so if anything, I'll make some designs for him. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next podcast.
Watching or
we do.
listening?
Listening, watching.
Same thing.
Same
They can see our voices.
They can see our
All right, see you guys.
See you guys in the
we'll
next
see